Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. The names are out. Whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan has filed complaint affidavits against 12 active police officers linked to the case of the missing Sabungeros. They're allegedly the same cops behind extrajudicial killings during the Duterte administration's bloody drug war. Among them, a police colonel who once led the CIDG in Calabarzon. Let's get on point with NAPOLCOM Vice Chairperson Rafael Calinisan. Attorney Calinisan, good evening to you. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Ma'am Pinky, and to everyone who's watching and listening, good evening.
All right, the perfect time to have you. Finally, Attorney Julie Patidongan and the families of the missing Sabungeros filed administrative complaints before the NAPOLCOM against 12 policemen and others involved in the case. Earlier reports have indicated, sir, that you had 15 in restrictive custody. I want to find out, sir, how many of them that you have in restrictive custody were actually included in the complaint of the whistleblower and the families of the missing Sabungeros?
Let me first clarify, it is not the National Police Commission which ordered the restricted custody of the allegedly 15 policemen. It is the Philippine National Police who, as reports say, has ordered the restrictive custody of these policemen. So let it be. If they are in restrictive custody, then so be it. As far as the National Police Commission is concerned, we haven't made any order. But from the affidavit, which is currently on top of my desk, there appears to be roughly 18 people here. I'm not yet finished reviewing all the documents. There's one complete affidavit from Dondon and more than 10 others from the families of the victims. But it appears to be 18 names here, and I'm not sure if all of these policemen are in the active service.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Apo. So, Attorney, 18 po ang sinampahan nila ng reklamo. Pero ito pong 18 ay puro mga police. Are they all in active duty?
Yes, it appears that there are 18 names here. Some names are very familiar, pero I cannot comment yet if they are part of the 15. I have to do my homework. I have to tick some boxes first.
Okay.
But let's see.
Attorney, I hope you don't mind. No, I'd like to clarify that. Because from the past, from my understanding, there were already 15 policemen ordered by the PNP under restrictive custody. Ito po supposed to be, sa pagkaintindi ko, yung iniimbestigahan ng NAPOLCOM. Tama pa rin pa ho ba ako?
The investigation of NAPOLCOM was never limited to 15 names.
I see.
We are investigating the charges made by alias Totoy in public, pero never kaming na-limit sa 15.
Okay,
fact,
so bago po itong complaint na to, ilan ho ba yung iniimbestigahan talaga ng NAPOLCOM regarding the issue on the missing Sabungeros?
Before I sat as head of NAPOLCOM, totoo lang, wala pang investigation yan. Pero nung pumutok na tong kay alias Totoy, at pangalawang buwan ko pa lang here, Pinky, so inimbestigahan natin yung claims ni alias Totoy, and we're looking at other names. I apologize, I cannot detail these names as of the moment.
All right. So far, dahil ngayon lang po sila nag-file, ngayong araw lang po nag-file ng complaint dyan po sa inyong opisina, what are the contents of the complaint, sir?
Masalimuot most of which have been mentioned already by alias Totoy. Pero yung others, siguro it might be more prudent if I keep quiet first. Kasi if you look at it this way, Pinky, there are multiple hats worn by the National Police Commission, one of which is an investigator. And until now, we're still investigating, especially yung mga bagong pangalan na binanggit ni Totoy. But the second hat that we are also wearing, especially it started a while ago, we are now the ones I'm one of those who will decide on this case.
I see.
So yeah, so I'm very very careful as to the things I say, as to not to prejudge the case. But of course, giving also ample room for the general public, including media practitioners, to hold on to something because it is also their right to know all of these matters.
So 18 people so far. 18
Uh,
individuals.
yes, it appears 18. Nagmamadali ako nagbibilang ngayon, Pinky, pero mukhang 18 to.
Okay.
Yeah, pero sigurado ko dito there are uh, dismissed policemen on this list. So it's not, the question now is how many are active on the as listed by alias Totoy. And if I may add, he mentioned other names dun sa kanina na wala doon sa affidavit na to, at some of which are generals. In fact, nagbanggit siya ng mga pangalan ng mga general. Nagulat din ako kanina. Siguro, di ko alam kung may part 2 pa tong complaint affidavit na to. May binanggit pa siya rin isa pang pangalan. Right in front of everyone, he was pleading to his lawyer to include another policeman as part of the case. So I'm assuming there will be another affidavit after this affidavit that was just recently filed.
Meron pa pong susunod. So basically, what we're saying is, so far from your count, there are 18 members of the police force involved. Could be, meron na pong siguro yung sinabi ninyong natanggal na sa serbisyo. Because there were already reports, Attorney, in the past that there were at least or maybe around 3 na natanggal na po sa serbisyo na posibleng kasama dito sa reklamo.
Yes, but he also makes mention of one more just earlier, and I think it's public knowledge that that person, that general, is already also retired. So maraming numbers dito na kailangan silipin eh. Ano to eh, freewheeling tong si Totoy. I think he speaks his mind. So I think he remembers certain things a while ago na wala sa papel. So antabayanan natin itong Vicky.
Some of the names, sir, because it was already reported, are Colonel Jack Malinao, that he alleges, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Orapa, Major Mark Almedilla, and 9 other non-commissioned officers. And then, over and above that, sir, is a Lieutenant Colonel Orapa, who he says is the team leader, who accepts about 2 million pesos every month from, allegedly, Atong Ang. Meron din pong Colonel, yun na nga po, Malinaw. Kasi medyo mahirap din, sir, kasi pagka hindi kilala ng tao, medyo mahirap din intindihin kung sino sila, aktibo ba sila, at ano yung kanilang naging role dito. So, maybe just as a background, sir, exactly what was the accusation against the 18 individuals?
Siguro I'll speak in general terms. Let's just say that these men allegedly were used by some person involved in the Sabong operations to get rid of those who are allegedly cheating during the Sabong operation. So ginamit tong mga pulis na di umano na ito, sabi ni alias Totoy, then nawala na lang yung mga pulis, yung mga sabongero na ito. So I cannot comment any further. The best person to say what are his allegations is actually Totoy and his affidavit. Pero yun din ang laman ng affidavit, more or less.
Pero meron, Attorney, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Meron din ho kasi siyang in-identify na ex-vice mayor. Meron din politician.
Wala dito. Nagulat ako, wala dito. Possibly na wala rin talaga dito dahil wala rin naman akong jurisdiction dun sa
Right.
vice mayor na yon. But he also makes mention of that prior to this afternoon's filing. So it's the second time I heard him say it, but the first time for him to actually mention that vice mayor's name.
Attorney, okay.
So, yeah.
Opo.
Yes.
Understandable. What is or could be, I mean, what are the next steps after you and your team browse through, study, and analyze the complaint that he filed against 18 or so individuals?
So we will evaluate the complaint that was filed alongside the other affidavits of the victims, we will we will order the respondents to file their counter affidavits. After which, if there is substance to what is said here, uh, a formal charge may be done. That is possible. Meaning in the in the vernacular, makakasuhan na sila.
Mhm.
Uh, After which, the respondents will be made to answer again. And they will be brought here for hearings. So sa Tagalog, may due process, pakikinggan din yung kabilang panig. From there, the commission and bank, which includes myself, will deliberate on the cases and we will make a decision.
How many are
All
you
in
in the NBank, sir?
Theoretically six. Theoretically six.
And is that supposed to be a majority vote, or is that supposed to be a unanimous vote to be able to file charges,
Majority
administrative
po.
charges?
Majority
Majority lang
po.
po. So
Yes, yes.
that would have to be 4.
Yes, you can see that.
Mhm. Okay.
Ang sisting ngayon dito, Pinky, siguro, and I want to emphasize, is from the filing of the complaint today until the release of our decision, it would be 60 days. Kung sumablay kami ng konting-konting araw, pagbigyan nyo na kami. Pero I'm making sure that we will dispose of this case at the soonest possible time. Ang on trial dito, hindi lang yung mga police na to. On trial din dito yung institutions, to include the National Police Commission.
So it's
Yes.
So it's actually really 60 days. That is the end goal, no? To be able to have a decision in 60 days by which the complaint was filed. And then, of course, due process has to take its course, wherein the respondents will be given the chance to be able to defend themselves against these allegations.
Yes, Pinky. Siguro sagutin kita ng ganito. Nung nasa labas ako, bago ako pumuntang Napolcom, yung, paano ba to, hindi ganong ramdam yung Napolcom bilang pulis ng pulis. At nung pagsampo ko dito, nakita natin na malupit yung backlog of cases ng Napolcom. May dekada na mga kasong hindi na nare-resolba. So when this is my second month as the head of Napolcom, ang isa sa mga unang utos ko zero backlog by December 2025. And second na utos ko, all new cases must be disposed of within 60 days. Kasi kung dati, dekada, sa bagong Pilipinas, di na talaga po pwede yan. Nataon talaga na unang kasong lalapag sa aming mesa after namin mag-declare na 60 days. Itong sabong case na ito. So, this is now something that we need to focus on. This dictates our 6-year mandate from the President na maglinis dito sa ating kapulisan alongside the moral and welfare of our policemen. Pero ito, inaantay ng taong bayan to. This has been 4 years. Kung matagal man ang riribasa, pag-analyze, pag-finalize ng kasong kriminal, for admin cases, hindi dapat ganun katagal. And this is the first formal process in which all of those, or at least some of those accused, particularly those policemen, magkaroon ng venue para maging accountable, if ever, for things that they may have done. At malaman natin kung sila ba ay dapat absueltuhin na because of their innocence, or sila ba ay dapat tanggalin sa serbisyo because of their participation in the alleged missing Sabongeros case.
But prior to Patidongan filing this complaint against the 18 individuals, let me just backtrack a bit, Attorney. You
Yes.
and the NAPOLCOM were already undertaking investigations, di ho ba?
Prior to Patidongan's revelations, wala pong any investigations on the Sabongeros. So nag-imbestiga po tayo nung tayo po ang pinuno na dito sa NAPOLCOM.
That's what I'm saying, sir. Prior to him filing his formal complaint today, nagkaroon na po kayo ng investigasyon, di ho ba? Because earlier reports, I was watching earlier reports wherein you were saying that there are investigations, but it's not formalized, not in these words, because wala pa po talagang affidavit at hindi pa po nagsasampa ng formal na reklamo itong si Patidongan.
Yes, but there are two things there, Pinky. One is the investigation, and the second one is the case proper. So we just recently ordered the motu proprio investigation here. Wala pang complainant, tagutos tayo ng investigasyon because allegedly there are policemen involved. At wala pang investigasyon na nagaganap. Not on our watch, not on my watch, na tutulog-tulog tayo sa pansitan. Kung alam na natin na allegedly may involved, dapat nating silipin. Police yung mga involved. Importante na malaman kung involved sila o hindi. Kasi we're talking about the fitness of policemen to still wear the uniform. Yun yung admin case. So ngayon na may kaso na, tuloy pa rin yung investigation natin. Kung sino man ang iniimbestigahan natin, na hindi ko na ma-reveal. And yung formal charges being filed here already by Patidongan et al. Now starts. So independent of each other yon. Yung investigation namin just started last month. Other law enforcement agencies started a few years ago, lamang na sila. Pero it's not a contest. Lahat kami nagpapalitan ng kuro-kuro, ng impormasyon, at yun, ang gusto lang talaga ng lahat ng ahensya de gobyerno malaman ang katotohanan. Nataon lang na kami ang nasa frontline ngayon.
But again, let me go back to my question, sir. The 18 that he identified, the whistleblower, si Julie Patidongan, ito
Yes.
din ho ba yung mga individual na nauna nyo nang inimbestigahan?
I would love to give you a straight categorical answer to that, Pinky. Pero like I mentioned, I need to tick boxes ngayon. Kakalapag lang literal ng papel na to sa mesa ko. And I don't also want to telegraph the current investigation being done. So kung may 15 man ni-restricted custody ni General Torre, so be it. Kung ito ay pareho dito, so be it.
Alright.
Pero hindi pa natin na-check. I'm being very candid.
But has the team spoken to these 15 or so individuals presently under restrictive custody? The
We
team
may
of NAPOLCOM, sir.
Yes, we made targeted investigation, not directly talking with them, but we made targeted investigations. Kasi alam namin na some agency is already looking into it. Pero right now, since charges have already been filed, we will directly reach out to them and order them to answer.
And how soon will that happen? How soon can that happen?
Very, 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 very soon. Tandaan natin, Pinky, ang utos natin, 60 days.
Okay.
Kailangan yun, makasagot din sila. Within that period, makapag-hearings tayo within that period, makapag-deliberate tayo within that period, and makapaglabas tayo ng decision.
And when you have hearings as such, sir, is that going to be private or would that be open to the public?
We have yet to discuss. That is up for discussion by the NBank.
Last question, Vice Chairperson. Are you looking into what is supposed to be, according to the DOJ Secretary Boying Remulla, a connection between the war on drugs, the EJ case, and the issue on the missing Sabungero, sir?
We're looking into it.
Are you seeing a connection?
I'll get back to you on that.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. NAPOLCOM Vice Chairperson Rafael Calinisan, sir. I hope to speak to you again. Thank you for your time.
Yes, please. More opportunities to come.
Maraming salamat po. We'll be taking a very short break. When we return, I'll speak with PCG Southern Tagalog Commander, Commodore Jeronimo Tuvilla. Stay tuned. This is On Point.